All right, stop whatever you're doing because what went down at Claressa Shields' birthday party was far from a celebration. It was an absolute ambush. There were balloons, pink champagne flowing, and the birthday girl shining like a star. But then, out of nowhere, Papoose grabbed the microphone and dropped a bombshell that was on a whole different level, like something straight out of a nightmare press conference. No warning, no introduction, just straight into it as if he were at the Grammys. He said, "I want everyone to know I'm marrying Claressa." Excuse me? Sir, are you all right? Did your PR team bail on you? Did you forget that your wife, Remy Ma, who you were arranged to marry, was sitting right there in the room, quietly sipping her drink, looking betrayed? This wasn't some romantic gesture. It wasn't cute. This was a public declaration of war, disguised as a surprise announcement. Guests were frozen, phones in hand, champagne spilling everywhere, and even the DJ had to pause like he needed a moment to process the chaos. So now the real question is, was this an actual proposal or just a publicity stunt that spiraled out of control? Let's dig into the details, the warning signs, and the real reason why this birthday party turned into a full-blown scandal. Buckle up, folks. Let's rewind to the exact moment the internet went wild. Claressa Shields, the undefeated boxing champ and queen of the ring, threw a birthday bash that felt like it was sponsored by Wealth and Audacity.
Well, and then that's the vanilla.
Wow. Y'all know his nickname, right?
We gotta sing happy birthday, y'all.
His nickname is Mr. Snack.
As the party reaches its peak, in walks Papoose. Now let's not pretend we don't know who he is. Papoose is a man who's built his whole image around loyalty, commitment, and the concept of black love. He's the guy who stood by Remy Ma, patiently waiting for her to come home from prison. He's the same man who defended her at every turn, rebranding himself as the embodiment of a wedding vow. So, explain to me how this man shows up at another woman's birthday party.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear love. Happy birthday to you.
Papoose grabs the mic and, without any build-up or hint, casually announces, "I just want to say this in front of everyone. I'm marrying Claressa." The room falls silent. Not the pleasant kind of quiet, but the kind where people freeze, stop, chewing, stop blinking, and scramble to grab their phones before things get even crazier. Let's be real. This wasn't an announcement. It was a plot twist from a villain who'd been waiting for the right moment. It was a calculated mic drop moment declaring, "I'm done playing the nice guy." And the wildest part? Remy Ma was in the room. Yes, she was there, standing quietly with her jaw clenched, sipping champagne like it was sacred. Because when your ex-husband decides to announce he's marrying someone else on a night that wasn't even supposed to be about him, how do you even react? Now let's break this down. Why was everyone even there? Claressa's birthday was supposed to be a chill, classy affair. The goal was to have fun and celebrate. My girl Leah had a drama-free vibe with a no-shade dress code, whatever that means. A-listers were there, influencers were snapping pics of every hors d'oeuvre, and paparazzi were stationed outside like TMZ was offering bonuses for every scandalous shot. And Papoose? He wasn't even supposed to be on the guest list. According to one very shady source from the event staff, someone's cousin who secretly recorded the moment, Papoose showed up uninvited, RSVP'd late, and walked in like he owned the place. No Remy, no excuses, just his presence and a velvet box in his pocket. Let's talk about the backstory. This isn't the first time Claressa and Papoose have been linked. Rumors started circulating months ago when they were seen leaving the same gym, separately, but not so separately. Then came the podcast appearances, the posts showing mutual admiration, and that now deleted TikTok where Papoose called Claressa a warrior queen with heart eye emojis. At the time, people dismissed it as innocent support. But now, when a man stands in front of your friends, family, your stylist, and even your ex-wife, and declares, "I'm marrying her," that's not support. That's a full-scale declaration of war, served up with a side of birthday cake. Claressa didn't seem shocked at all. No dramatic gasp, no Are you serious? Instead, she just smiled, nodded, and took his hand as if she had rehearsed that exact reaction in front of a mirror for weeks. The room was divided, half clapped, while the other half stood in stunned silence. One person allegedly dropped their wine glass, 2 influencers left early, and a woman, reportedly close to Remy, was seen texting, "I told her not to come." It only got more complicated after the announcement. Clarissa's team began circulating a professional engagement photo of the couple, but it wasn't from that night. The picture seemed to be taken days earlier, with the same outfits and lighting. Witnesses say Claressa didn't flinch. She stood there, stoic and unbothered, like a woman who'd faced worse and was prepared for this moment, even if she hadn't expected it. She didn't yell, didn't storm off. She simply existed in a silence that spoke louder than any headline. Someone in the VIP section even overheard her mutter, "He better enjoy the show while it lasts." Creepy, right? Let's not overlook the timing of all this. Reports say that Remy and Papoose were quietly separated. There was no official statement, but enough whispers to suggest something was going on behind closed doors. And yet, they had an unspoken rule. No public drama, no media meltdowns, keep it low-key. And what did Papoose do? He didn't just break the rule, he threw it out the window, set it on fire, and used the ashes to spell out "I do" on a Moet bottle. What's insane is how quickly this went from a birthday party to a full-blown showdown. Guests began taking sides, almost like a reality show. Hip-hop Survivor. Some reposted the announcement with captions like "Love wins," while others zoomed in on Remy's face with captions like "This ain't it." One man, possibly a family friend, was overheard saying, "This is why you don't let rappers make announcements unsupervised." It's unbelievable. And the kicker? Papoose left right after making his announcement. He didn't stay for cake, didn't dance, didn't make toasts. He just dropped the bombshell and left. That's not romance. That's a calculated move. He walked in, changed the narrative, and then left before it could even hit the blogs. But it was too late. The blogs had already caught wind of it. The DNS group chats were on fire, and everyone was playing digital detective. Screenshots, slow-motion videos, zooming in to analyze every detail of Remy's reaction frame by frame. And this was just the beginning, because no one expected what Remy would do next. Now let's talk about the aftermath. When Papoose stormed out of that party, after completely hijacking Claressa Shields' birthday and turning it into a glitter-filled press conference, he didn't just leave behind a few half-finished glasses of champagne. He left behind a full-on battlefield. Let's start with the most obvious thing. Remy didn't say a single word. Not at the party, not the next day, not even with a subtweet. But her silence? It was louder than anything she's always ever dropped on a track. Meanwhile, social media was ablaze. Within an hour, Dotcher's Papoose proposal was trending. Within 3 hours, Clarissa's Instagram comments turned into a virtual courtroom, with people pulling up old footage of Papoose singing Remy's praises in interviews, calling him a walking contradiction in a fitted cap. But that's not the worst of it. Things got messier. A mysterious Twitter account, Earringworm, popped up and began posting screenshots showing Papoose allegedly texting both women within the same week. One text said, "You'll always have my heart," and another said, "I'm building something new. Don't hold me back," supposedly sent just 72 hours apart. Yikes. Fans turned into detectives overnight, zooming in on backgrounds, matching wallpapers, and scrutinizing timestamps. One TikToker even did a full forensic breakdown of Papoose's chain in different videos, like it was evidence at a crime scene. But wait, it didn't stop there. A voicemail surfaced, allegedly from Remy, to one of her close friends saying, "He's out here moving reckless. It's not even about her. It's about the disrespect." Of course, the clip leaked, and by the end of the night, it had over 3 million views, with the caption, "Remy is done." Meanwhile, Claressa? Oh, Claressa came in with the drama wearing a sundress. She posted a boomerang of her kissing the ring Papoose gave her, with the caption, "No need to steal a crown when you're born royal." A subtle shot across the bow, right? Remy didn't say anything in response, but fans definitely did. One fan wrote, "Sis, you're not royal, you're just new." Another commented, "Enjoy the engagement, but that prenup's a slap." Let's also talk about how the industry reacted. A few mutual acquaintances started distancing themselves from Papoose. One DJ even reposted a Remy freestyle with the caption, "Never forget who set the bar." An anonymous source, reportedly from inside the management circle, revealed Papoose had endorsements lined up for a Black Love podcast reboot. Those just vanished. No surprise there. Turns out, brands aren't fans of messy midlife twists. While Papoose stayed eerily silent, no posts, no statements, an old YouTube interview from 2 years ago resurfaced where he claimed, "I don't believe in public proposals. Love is private." Really? Because announcing your marriage plans at a woman's birthday party you weren't even invited to doesn't exactly scream private, my guy. Let's not forget Clarissa's role in this mess. Yes, she's undefeated in the ring, a true champion. But when it came to this drama, she handled it like a PR pro. She posted only what she wanted, smiled in every clip, and blocked out the noise while pushing the narrative. She wasn't just in love, she was playing the game. This wasn't romance, it was a power move, a strategic flip. Papoose went from being the loyal husband to a free man, Claressa became the woman who won, and Remy, well, she became the ex who didn't respond quickly enough. But don't get it twisted. Remy isn't quiet because she's defeated. She's quiet because she's watching. Just when fans started criticizing her silence, a bombshell hit the blogs. An old photo from 2 weeks before the party surfaced, showing Papoose in a car with Remy at night. No smiles, just tension. The caption was blurred, but just enough was visible to spark speculation. One fan enhanced the photo and claimed the caption read, "You sure this is how you want to play it?" What does that mean? Was it their final conversation, a failed reconciliation, or a warning? No one knows for sure, but suddenly the timeline was on fire again. This wasn't just about love anymore. It became about loyalty, betrayal, and buried secrets. The blogs couldn't get enough. One headline read, "From Black Love to Blacklist. Fast." People who were initially cheering on the proposal began deleting their tweets. Old Remy supporters reappeared like they'd never left. One viral comment summed it up perfectly. Claressa got the man, but Remy still got the movement. Meanwhile, Papoose continued to avoid interviews, dodge the press, and act like he hadn't just caused a PR disaster. Claressa, on the other hand, kept posting, kept smiling, acting like everything was fine. But the smiles were thinner, the captions more defensive, and that ring? It's still there, but for how long? Sources say not everyone in Claressa's camp is on board with this situation.